I'm Mike, and we are going into our 5th season with Pinnacle Yachts. The scheduling system with Pinnacle Yachts is great. It's become tradition over the last number of years that before the season starts, we sit down as a family, we look over our summer calendar, and we make sure that we preference the most important dates for us to use the boat. Birthdays, anniversaries, Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, the Air and Water Show, whatever it is that current season, we make sure and we preference that before the season begins. We've had great luck in getting the slots that we've requested beforehand. And then one of our favorite things about the program is the flexibility that exists during the season. The opportunity to choose more slots on a rolling basis as the season goes, the opportunity to trade slots with other captains. It's great because we, like everyone, are busy. We have the opportunity to trade with other captains and make sure that we're using the boat as much as possible, and we're able to keep up with the summer as new things and new commitments come on the calendar. It's difficult to select what I would consider my fondest memory or my favorite time on the boat. We've really had so many great times that to pick just one is a bit difficult. The one that comes to mind though, and the one that I keep coming back to, is a beautiful summer night in July. I think it was 2 years ago now, where we had the opportunity to bring my family into the city from the suburbs. My fiance's family was in town from Louisville, Kentucky. We had a gathering of friends and family and actually a couple work colleagues as well. Everyone met down at the boat, and our boat is at Belmont Harbor, so everyone met at the boat at Belmont Harbor around 5:30 p.m. and we started the night off with a cookout. We cooked out down at the boat and socialized and caught up with friends and family and just really had a good time. We headed out on the boat and we had the opportunity to take a city cruise and show some folks and some family that were in town, the city of Chicago, and to show them the skyline at night. One of the best things about having the boat is the opportunity to show friends and family that are in from out of town what the skyline looks like from the water, especially at nighttime. That's really my favorite time to be out on the boat, is at night, and to look at the skyline and to be able to take a cruise along Chicago's coast, which in my mind is probably one of the best skylines in the world. It's one of my favorite cities, and so to see it from the water, and especially to see it from the water with people that are not from Chicago, is really an amazing experience. So after the cookout, we all boarded the boat, we went out on the water and we did the city cruise. We went south down the lakefront and around Navy Pier and had an opportunity to see the buildings and to see the lights, and ultimately wound up docking right off of Navy Pier in time to get settled for the fireworks. The fireworks are shot off on Wednesday and Saturday evenings, just right off the end of Navy Pier, and we got there in time to get a good position and get the boat anchored and be there for when the fireworks started. So to be out there with the city of Chicago skyline in the background, with the stars out in the sky, and to have the fireworks being shot off literally right over the boat is one of the most memorable experiences I think I've had in my life. It certainly provides a great way to spend time with family, friends. As I mentioned, a great way to showcase Chicago for family and friends and colleagues that are in the city from out of town, and a great photographic opportunity. We've had a lot of really great photos that we've shot out on the boat with the city in the background. And so my fondest memory of my time with Pinnacle is having the opportunity to be out on the boat on a beautiful Chicago summer night, the fireworks going off overhead at Navy Pier, the skyline in the background, friends and family aboard, everyone relaxed, everyone taking it easy, just enjoying the moment and enjoying being in Chicago in the summer. One of the best things about being a member with Pinnacle Yachts is the opportunity to have family and friends out on the boat. It goes without saying that anytime you can get away from work and the pressures of life, spending time with family and friends is fantastic. One thing that's really been unique though is the opportunity to have business colleagues and business associates out on the boat as well. One of my favorite times having business colleagues out on the boat was a time when I had a group of business associates in town from the East Coast. Folks that did not have a whole lot of familiarity with Chicago. Being able to take folks that were in town from the East Coast out on the lake, see the skyline from the lake, have the opportunity to be out there at night, skyline in the background, the lights of the city, was really just a fantastic way to showcase Chicago, the perfect backdrop to build relationships, talk about business, and really get to know my colleagues better in a very informal, relaxed, unique setting. The training with Pinnacle Yachts is extremely comprehensive. 5 years ago, when my brother and I first started the program and leased our first boat with Pinnacle, prior to the season starting, we had the opportunity to take lessons with Claudia. Claudia is a fantastic instructor, high energy, extremely knowledgeable. Pinnacle takes safety and professional operation of the boat very seriously. Pinnacle makes sure that by the time you're out there with family, friends, business associates, you know what you're doing. People are comfortable viewing you as the captain of the boat, and you're comfortable considering yourself the captain of the boat. Comfortable not only navigating in different weather environments, but also being very comfortable with safety aspects of the boat, being able to handle the vessel from pulling it out of the harbor, sailing it, bringing it back in at night. I think one of the most fun days we had on the boat this past season was when we took the boat out on a Sunday afternoon for the Air and Water Show. It was a hot summer day in Chicago, lots of boats out on the water. We took the boat out of Belmont Harbor, went out, found a good spot away from a lot of the other boats, but we still had a bird's eye view of all the activity of the Air and Water Show. Opened the back of the boat up, took out the ladder, and swam off the back of the boat. Having an opportunity to swim off the back of the boat with the skyline in the background, fighter jets flying overhead, watching planes dive bomb the lake around you was really a unique experience, and one that I know I'm going to remember for a long time, as well as everyone on the boat that day. In the 5 years that we've been with Pinnacle Yachts, there's been an extremely small number of maintenance issues with either of the boats that we lease, which is fantastic because that keeps things hassle-free and allows us to spend our time having fun, not dealing with maintenance issues. A couple small maintenance issues that have occurred over the last 5 years, though, were handled almost immediately by Pinnacle staff. All you do is, if it's a non-serious issue, you write it in the logbook, and it's like magic. The next time you're out on the boat, the situation has been resolved. If it's a more serious maintenance issue, you simply call it in, they send someone out, and the only time we've had to do that, they came right out and fixed the problem immediately. So all good things to say about Pinnacle and their responsiveness in terms of maintenance issues. Our experience with Pinnacle Yachts has always been first rate. From the owners of the company to the sailing instructors to the maintenance personnel, everyone involved that I've had the opportunity to work with or spend time with has been absolutely professional, friendly, really just a joy to deal with and to work with. Our experience with Pinnacle as a company has been first rate, professional, and friendly across the board.